Viloma Pranayama is an interrupted breathing technique where you pause briefly during your breath. This pranayama gently introduces the concept of expanding your lung capacity through breath control. In addition to an increase of lung capacity, Viloma Pranayama also helps to increase vital energy and helps to release anxiety. Basic contraindications apply. Avoid doing this pranayama if you have nasal congestion or inflammation. Viloma Pranayama sort of builds on Udar Pranayama, Vaksha, and Jatruka Pranayama. So we'll utilize those stages of breath within the process of using or performing Viloma. We will breathe for a set duration into the belly and then add a pause. So rather than exhale, it's just as if you stop and hold the breath. And then following that brief pause, you'll continue the same inhalation as you expand up into the next part, into the chest. And after an equal duration, you'll pause that breath for a moment. And then after that brief pause, you'll continue the breath on up into the upper chest, into the shoulder area for that same duration. Now, I've chosen a duration of 9 for today's practice. It's my experience through teaching pranayama techniques to students that you'll have a whole varied degree of ranges in lung capacities. And so what I really try to do in a class setting is just make the duration that I choose that's accessible to everybody. Even if some students can do longer durations, it's fine. I don't want to leave any students behind when I'm just teaching the basic practices of these breathing techniques. So the 9 count generally works across the board. What we'll do on the first technique, which is an inhalation retention Viloma Pranayama, we'll breathe into the belly for a count of 3. And then we'll pause. We'll stop that inhalation for a 3 count. And then we'll pick up where we left off for the next 3 count into the chest. Pause for 3 seconds. And then breathe into the upper shoulders, upper chest for 3 seconds. Pause for 3 seconds. And then we'll just exhale everything out over a 9 count exhalation. So if that didn't quite make sense, just hang with me for a moment and we'll practice it. And then I think that it will for you. So technique 1, Viloma Pranayama with inhalation retention. Sit up tall, open the chest, relax your face. Take a normal breath in. Let a breath out. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Breathe into the belly. 2, 3. Pause. 2, 3. Up into the chest. 5, 6. Pause. 2, 3. Into the shoulders. 8, 9. Pause. 2, 3. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a normal breath in. And let a normal breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Technique 2 has the same general concept, except we reverse the order. The retention is on the exhalation. So we'll breathe in for a 9 count, all the way up to 9. And then at the top of the breath, we'll breathe out from the shoulders for a count of 3. And then once we empty the shoulders, we'll pause for that 3 count. And then we'll empty the chest for a count of 3. And then we pause for a 3 count. And then we empty out of the abdomen for a count of 3. And at the very bottom of the breath, we'll hold complete exhalation retention for a count of 3. So sit up tall, open the chest, relax the face. You'll probably think of me as a broken record at some point throughout this course because I'll probably say that a great many number of times in our daily practices. Take a normal breath in and let a breath out. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale from the shoulders. 8, 7. Pause. 2, 3. Empty the chest. 5, 4, pause, 2, 3, empty from the belly, 2, 1, pause, 2, 3. Take a normal breath in and let a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Technique 3, we join the two variations together. So we join inhalation retentions and exhalation retentions. We'll breathe into the belly for a count of 3. Pause for a count of 3. Breathe into the chest for a count of 3. Pause for a count of 3. Breathe into the shoulders for a count of 3. Pause for a count of 3. Empty from the shoulders for 3. Hold the exhalation retention for 3. Empty from the chest for 3. Hold that exhalation retention for 3, and then empty out of the belly for 3 seconds. And at the bottom of the breath, hold that exhalation retention for 3 seconds. Sit up tall. Open the chest. Relax the face. Take a normal breath in. And let a normal breath out. Take a full inhale breath. Complete exhale breath. Breathe into the belly, 2, 3. Pause, 2, 3. Into the chest, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3. Into the shoulders, 8, 9. Pause, 2, 3. Empty the shoulders, 8, 7. Pause, 2, 3. Empty the chest, 5, 4. Pause, 2, 3. Empty the belly, 2, 1. Pause, 2, 3. Take a normal breath in. And let a breath out. Inhale and exhale. So if this concept of retention, of holding the breath, seems foreign to you, just practice, just hang in there. Don't become alarmed or concerned if you find it challenging or difficult at first. This is something I guarantee you'll become more accustomed to, more used to with practice. And if you're practicing these techniques on your own outside of these recordings, of these videos, feel free to alter the counts of the durations that are suitable to you. If you need to go to a shorter length of time, that's fine. If you want to increase the length of time, that's fine too. The length of time that I've chosen today is completely arbitrary. It's just something that I've chosen from experience with practice that I feel applies or can apply to a great many different types of students that might be following along today. But if you do change the ratio, I think it's helpful that you choose a number that allows you to break the parts down evenly. For example, 9 works because it's a multiple of 3. You can breathe for 3 seconds into each region. 10 is not a multiple of 3. It wouldn't work so well to split that breathing technique up. So if you're going to build up from there, the next logical step would be a count of 12. You could breathe for 4 seconds into each region, or up to 15. You could breathe for 5 seconds into each region. If you have to, you could go down to 6 as a multiple of 3 also, but you might find that just 2 seconds of breath might be very easy. However, everybody's lung capacity is different, so you can play with that number however you choose to. Breathing capacity is something that improves over time and with practice. Viloma Pranayama.